April 20th, students took part in an all-day walkout in memoriam to the Columbine school shooting. Students advocating firearm education reform, also known as SAFER, sponsor and English teacher Abby Hoffman explains her role throughout the protest and as her sponsor.
My role was to purely be guidance and more of a support. I think students really need to see that adults are like in it for them, and they're not like, my goal is not to tell them like, this is how you should advocate for yourselves. My job was to say like, hey, that's a really good idea, or hey, have you thought about this? Is this better?
So even though you can't vote, we still have a voice and a lot we can do.
The NRA has got to go, hey, hey, ho, ho. The NRA has got to go, hey, hey.
Students united together and said, enough is enough.
Hoffman speaks on how, as an educator and adult, she guides the students of SAFER to achieve their goals in the movement.
Say they need something as an adult and as an educator, more importantly. It's my job to say, how can I help? How can I support you? And this is probably the best way for me to do that. I can, hear what they need. They need something from administration. I can offer that liaison for them. I can, be there to kind of help them navigate through more or less an adult space. Some adults see students as just kids or unable to do a lot, and that's not the case at all.
When we go to our legislators and demand safer schools and communities, do not forget your siblings of color. Do not forget the hundreds of women killed with guns in abusive situations. Do not forget the LGBTQ+ community who are targeted for simply wanting to live and love as themselves. Do not forget the minorities, because we are here too, and the only way for this movement to be successful is to include all voices and fight for gun reform that protects us all. Thank you.